Good afternoon, Field Club members. Head golf professional Kevin Drew coming with a special Tuesday edition of Here at the Podium. As you can see, I'm in my command room in the cry room. I'm going to give you a little breakdown of what happened in the first round of the Field of 64 Championship. We were closed on Monday, so that's why we're doing a special Tuesday edition. That should give you plenty of time to binge watch Ozarks, maybe get ready for the new episode of Tiger King. I heard that's coming out. So let's go ahead and move right along to the bracket. As you can see, we have our 32 winners. What I'm going to do is break down each bracket now, kind of tell you who I think is going to advance out of the bracket, let you know how my picks did. So let's go ahead and move to the North Omaha bracket. As you can see, overall number 1 seed Adam Moore was victorious in a narrow match over Scott Vonderhaar. Dietrich, the 9 seed, advancing. AJ and Belts, the 5 and 4, we thought we maybe see a Gondo matchup. We now will in the losers bracket. Kurt Farmer with the upset over Dan Bai. Hausch, sneaky 14 seed, my pick to advance. 1 over the 3 seed Brian Peters. You have Funkhauser and Tettenborn, the 2 seed, all advancing. I'm going to stick with Hausch out of the North Omaha region. He was my original pick to advance. I think he's still got a good chance. We're really excited about that AJ Belts matchup. Two good friends. They could play today, they could play tomorrow. Who knows, but a lot of people will be watching. And then you have the overall 1 seed, Adam Moore, going against a tough Dietrich in the 9 seed. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. You've got the 1 and 2 seeds both advancing into the next round. So I'm going to stick with Hausch to come out of the North Omaha bracket. Moving right along the South Omaha bracket, huge upset, 16 seed Matt Foley taking Nate Kotera in the first round. You've got Stormberg, the 9, taking Mr. Schaefer, and then a little 5-12 matchup, Bennick versus Steichen. Connor Steichen, the young gun, comes out victorious. You've got your 4 seed JT Cronin advancing, 6 seed Joe Daly, and then you have a big upset, 14 seed once again taking the 3 seed Brian Lukowski, putting a solid round again. And then an upset in my book, Chad Millard taking the 7 seed Barb White. I had Barb advancing out of that region, if you remember from the first episode, so that's a huge upset there. And then also the 2 seed going down to Tom White. So what you have here in the second round, the 1 and 2 seeds both gone. My White-White matchup didn't happen, but Tom White has a chance to get revenge on Chad, so Chad could take out the entire White family there in that second round. My first pick had Barb White advancing, kind of taking a look at what we have here. I'm going to stick with Taylor Stormberg this time to advance out of South Omaha as my new pick. He's a past club championship winner. I like what he's going to do. I'm sure Foley and Stormberg will probably play together. I know Foley narrowly advanced out of the first round. Connor playing some really good golf, but he's going against unknown and JT Cronin, so that could be an upset. So I'm going to stick with Stormberg as my new pick to come out of the South Omaha region. Moving right along the West O, another huge upset, 16 seed Tyler Seeger taking down the 1 seed James Trobe. Not a huge upset, the 15 seed Ben Berlini taking down Pat Zock. That was a close matchup as well. You have a couple not quite huge upsets. Johnny Sinkowitz, the 7 seed, taking down Brian Dietrich. That was about 99% picked. 3 seed Joe Peptone, the first 3 seed to advance, beating Chris Jerem in a narrow match as well. Sam Beatles, sneaky good 11 seed, played a lot of golf, first victory as a Field Club member. And then you had my 4 seed Tom Rowan go down in the first round. Once again, I had Tom advancing on the West Omaha bracket, so I'll give you a new pick here. Jeff Myrick advancing. 5 seed Tom Drew took down Omar. And then Alex Post, a new member, taking down Judy Schaefer, 9 versus 8. That's another 9 seed advancing. He'll play Tyler Siegert. So you've got the 1 and 2 seeds once again both eliminated in the West Omaha bracket. Looking back at this, I think I'm going to go with a little bit of a dark horse in Sam Beadle. Take him to win the West Omaha bracket. He's playing a lot of golf, a lot of good golf right now. So he's going to face Joe Peptone in this next round. But you look at this bracket, it's a lot of young guys. Post, Sink, Berlini, Beadle. So we'll see what happens in the second round. Siegert, also another young gun. It's going to be a really interesting race to see who comes out of this region. Our final region, we've got the dangerous Council Bluffs region. Not a ton of upsets. You've got your 1 and 2 seeds in Pat Dietrich and Rick Holmes advanced. Nate Ager, 10 over Logan McNeil. 3 seed John Gudenrath, narrowly over Matt McVeigh. My dark horse in that region, who I originally picked, Doug Peters advanced, 11 over 6 seed Joe Michaels. And then another 13 seed over 4, JJ Standard advancing over Kevin Loberg. You had 12 seed Mike Laka taking down Chad Dorman. Just really close match, less than 2 shots there. 8 seed Harry Hoke played great, shot a 68 gross, took down Betsy, and like I said, Pat Dietrich, your 1 seed, advancing. This is tough. I had Doug Peters coming on the Council Bluffs. I'm going to take that bracket, but Pat Dietrich, Harry Hoke, Laka, Stannard, Peters, Goods, Egger, Holmes, a lot of good golfers, a lot of guys who have won in the past years in this bracket. It's going to be really tough. I'm going to stick with Doug Peters. I think Doug Peters is going to play Harry Hoke in the finals of this bracket. Harry playing some really good golf. Like I said, he shot a 68. Make sure he posted it, guys and gals. That's our breakdown of the next 4 regions. It's Tuesday. You have until Sunday, April 12th to get your match in. But that's not all we have. We've got our second chance bracket, also the losers bracket, however you want to put it. Like I said, there's no losers in my heart, Field Club Omaha. Second chance bracket, these are 32 people who did not win the first round. So remember, even if you lost, you are still put into a new bracket. So we've got that bracket right here. I'm not going to give a breakdown. There's a lot of golf left to be played, but just remember you have until Sunday, April 12th to play your match. Even if you lose, you'll just get put into a new bracket. We're excited about what's going to happen this week. We appreciate everybody coming out last week to get their round in. We hope to see you soon. Stay healthy, Field Club membership, and we will see you next week for At the Podium.